Ricochet provides sales reporting in two places: the report section and the store dashboard. The report section will have reports like the sales summary and sales detail report that you will use for stores accounting, where you will use the sales by report or the dashboard modules to better understand your store's inventory and purchase trends. Now, before we go too far into this tutorial, reports do have a lot of ground to cover. So this tutorial is only going to focus on reports that are based around sales and inventory. There are many function-based reports available in Ricochet that are triggered from specific features being used, like our booth rental feature for vendor-based businesses, or a layaway report, or even less common situations, like using the receipts report to look up a sale for a return. This tutorial will cover the sales dashboard, the sales summary and detail reports, the store inventory COGS report, and the sales by report. The reports dashboard will be available for the software admins only, and will be the default screen when you log into the cloud version of Ricochet. If you are using the iPad app, then you'll need to swipe out from the left-hand side to access the navigation bar, then click the dashboard icon. When you first come to the dashboard screen, you will see the store summary and hourly sales modules. These modules are here to show the current progress of sales on that given day. Store summaries will show your gross sales, your cost, as well as the cost of items bought in case you're using our resale feature, as well as your store's net sales. Hourly sales will show in a line graph made throughout the day, but it will focus on the amount of sales, not the sales total. The aged inventory module will show you a pie graph. They'll let you know how much of your inventory is consigned and how much of it is store-owned. Next, there'll be a field showing the total of all store and consigned inventory, the cost of that inventory, and the net totals. Note that the aged total often gets used for insurance purposes and for the end of the year reporting for taxes. If you scroll down below the fold, then you will notice a few more modules are available. We will start out by clicking the Configure Layout button in the right-hand corner, where we can update and configure our dashboard layout. Here we can see a full list of the modules available. You will have modules for store and consignor stats, daily sales, a list of your top 10 consignors and customers, a list showing current online orders, and a breakdown of sales by employee. Now you can choose to rearrange or pull them off the dashboard and move them over to the Available Modules window. When moving these fields, just click and drag your mouse, and once you see the red outline box, you can release. Note that this is one of the few features in Ricochet that cannot be done on the iPad app. Hit Save to save any changes, and Cancel to leave the screen. The Store Stats module is going to give you an average breakdown for any sales conducted in the time period chosen in the Date Picker field, either by selecting a date hotkey or adding a start and end date into the calendar section. Here you can grab vital information like average daily revenue to help with forecasting and goal setting, average transaction value, which will come in handy when renegotiating transaction rates with merchant services, and your average profit margin. The consignor stats will give you a breakdown of information like how many new consignors and items you will receive during a given time period. It will also show fields for sell-through and sales within contract rates. If you are using the auto discounting feature in Ricochet, then these fields will show you the amount of items that sell within their contract period and the amount of items that do not. It is good to review these numbers and get an idea of your inventory trends. If your sales within contract rate is low, but your new items count is high, then you can adjust what items or the quantity of items are accepted, even utilizing your sales by category or sales by brand report, which we will review later to refine these decisions even further. Daily sales will provide you a graph showing all of those days' total sales within a time period. Hovering over any peak will show the sales total of that day. The top consignor or customer list will display your top 5 customers or consignors. It will display their name, the amount of items they have sold or purchased, and the total of sales or purchases. The Employee Performance module will show a bar graph of sales by employee. This information can also be found in the Sales By report. Finally, there is the new Web Orders module. But note that web orders can also be seen in the Orders tab for web store users, so this module may or may not be that necessary. Now that we've reviewed the report's dashboard, we can go to the navigation bar, click the Expand option, then click on Reports. You can see this is a fairly long list of reports, and this may decrease depending on what features you choose or choose not to use within Ricochet. We will start out with the 2 reports stores will most commonly use, the Sales Summary and Sales Detail reports. To access the Sales Summary report, go to the Reports section, go to the bottom of the list, and click Sales Summary. Now the first thing we do want to note is the Date hotkeys and Calendar Picker. You will see these options available in nearly all reports, except the Close Register and Aging report. You will also have the ability to export any information to a CSV file or print. The Today, This Week, and This Month hotkeys are fairly self-explanatory. And in the Date Picker, you'll have to choose a start date and then an end date. Clicking one date twice will allow you to see that day's sales, while using the arrows to choose another date will allow you to jump between months. You can also click the month in the header to bring up a list of months, followed by the year. This comes in handy when looking up data between long periods of time. The Sales Summary will show all tenders collected. If your store has done any layaway sales, then you will also see each tender type used for layaway sales. Then you will see the tender collected total at the bottom. The sales breakdown will show your total revenue, layaways, as well as all funds collected for shipping in case you're utilizing our online store, as well as funds collected for sales tax, along with how much was collected under each tax rate entered into Ricochet. There will also be lines for returns and return tax in case you have issued any returns during this time period. Next, you will have your store cost and net totals. Here you will see how much of your gross sales are going into paying out your consignors and covering the cost of retail or resale inventory. You will also see line items for fields like shipping, rewards, and tax. Below your net sales total, you will see how much of your net sales was from consigned inventory, item fees, store inventory, or from layaway sales. The additional information field will show the total amounts of discounts applied during this time period, along with the total of non-tax sales. If we were to go over to the sales detail report, you'll immediately see that it shows the same field the sales summary report shows, but also gives a breakdown of each individual sale, making this report great to view on a day-to-day basis, while choosing to use the sales summary report when looking up large amounts of information over a long period of time. Along with the date picker, the sales detail report will have a search field for either a sale number or an authentication code. The auth code will either be provided from Ricochet Pay, or if you're manually entering in the auth code, to a receipt while using a third-party processor. Next, you will see the sales number, date of the sale, and fields for customer, cashier, or employee attached to the sale, along with the register in case you're using our registers feature available within the preferences section. After the total of the sale, there will be two icons: the ability to expand and see more information, and the ability to edit a sale. The expanded view will let you see information like tender type used or discounts issued, while also seeing any notes attached. To edit a sale, click the Edit Sale button, which is only available for admins to use. This will also allow you to update any sale information as well as void that sale. The edit screen will allow admins to change sale dates, change tender types, or update the customer or employee attached to the sale. To void a sale, simply click the Void button, then Confirm Void. The warning screen will let you know that voiding a sale will not delete any credit card transactions attached to the sale, so you will need to handle the credit card void through your merchant service. Voiding a sale will delete the sale and sale number, put the item back into stock, and remove them from the payout report, as well as remove any funds collected in reporting. There is no record of voided sales or way to return the information, so be cautious when voiding sales. The next report will specifically be for store-owned inventory or retail inventory, called the COGS report. The Sale Inventory COGS report will show you a breakdown of your store-owned or retail items. You will have the ability to look up items by SKU or item name. You can also see the quantity sold and returned, the item sales total, the total with returns, cost, gross, and net. The expand icon will allow you to see more information, which will primarily show all sales attached to this item. The Sales By report will give you a breakdown of sales by specific fields in both graphical and data formats. The options available are sales by category, employee, brand, consignor, and supplier. Each report will offer a data layout showing information like quantity of items and percentage of sales. There will also be graphs like the top percentage graph available for reports like category and brand, as well as a brand performance line graph allowing you to compare the sale of two options like supplier or category. Although there are a lot of reports we have not covered, we do want to give you a quick overview of what those reports are. The aging report is for stores using our auto discount feature. This report will allow you to filter inventory by each stage or auto discount plan. The payout history report shows all past payouts and will allow you to reverse any payouts if an error was made. If you're using our automatic booth rental feature, then there will be a report of all deductions made in the booth rental history report. Ricochet allows you to track register balances at the opening and close of a shift. The closed register report will give you a breakdown of all those closed registers. Receipts will provide you a way to look up old sales numbers and reprint receipts. And the layaway report will show all closed and current layaway sales, as well as allow you to edit or delete those layaway sales.